Hey everyone, what? I'm going to say, why is that so dark? Alrighty, he's not really done. That's okay. So I'm just going to do some, I don't do this enough. This is for my Patreon group, for those that are paid members. And I had to get new glasses. And so these are the ones that are like my spares. And I'm struggling to see the screen. So I do apologize for that. I'm just going to copy this, copy and paste it into my... So I'm sorry, I'm just into my Patreon group at the moment. Sorry that there is no... Sorry, I'm just on Patreon. Let me pause this. Oh, let me drop down my cards. I'm not sharing it. It's done. Let me have a look. Okay. All right, let's just see how we go. So what I've done is everyone who is a paid member of Patreon, and if you aren't a paid member, it doesn't make much difference for you. I put your name into a wheel of names. So it is a random name picker. Okay, so all the people that are on there. So I'm going to click on that. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull a name out for me. All fair. I'm not selecting names. The machine is doing it for me. And it is Kerry. Yay! I'm just going to remove her name now. Did you hear that clapping? Did you hear the clapping of, yay, it's Kerry Whitpick. Okay, so I'm just doing some tarot readings here. Okay. Oh, 3 of Pentacles. So Pentacles are usually about, I'm just going back to before I start. Let me just refresh that. So I'm just back on Patreon at the moment. No. Okay. So Pentacles are usually about money. So they represent a coin, obviously. And the 3 Pentacles is all these things. So I don't know. The 3 Pentacles to me always has this meaning around study or learning or improving yourself so that you can earn more money. That doesn't mean you have to go to university. It can mean that you're just upgrading some skills. Even seeking advice from somebody on what steps should I take to be able to do X, Y, Z to create more money. Now, don't forget, creating more money can be not necessarily earning more money, but better investments. You might speak to a financial planner, who's attached to your superannuation, and they say, look, we should be investing in this and this because that will increase your income. So, or increase your superannuation for those here in Australia. So, Kerry, for you, it's like, think about what it is that you need to do. I really don't think it's a huge thing. Like I said, I don't think it's this whole university thing, but it is more, some changes need to be made for you to increase your money. And it's almost like the money that you already have, like being smarter with it. So you just might need to speak to someone about budgeting. It could be a financial planner, like I said, attached to your superannuation to increase that for you. So have a think about it, because that step, I just feel like that step needs to happen, okay? And like I said, it can be increasing skills. Let me just put my keyboard out of the way. It can be, increasing skills in some way, shape or form. Nothing huge or major. Okay, so Kerry, that's yours. Let me go again. Let's spin it. Who have we got? Naomi, yay! Oh, went to the wrong page. Naomi, yay! Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle a little bit more. Oh, it's the card everyone freaks about. It's the Death card. Sorry, I didn't show the Pentacles card to, oh, doesn't matter. You know what the Three of Pentacles looks like. The Death card, which most people like freak out about that. And it's not. The Death card, especially when it's the right way up, which this one is. Death card just means some things are ending, and those things need to end so that new beginnings can happen. So if you look at the card, so the Death card is here, but if you look here, look, see the sun shining, like there's new beginnings coming, but it's about making sure you let go of the old. Okay, so that can be old habits. That can be, the way that you do things. You need to do things differently. You need to maybe look at things differently. You need to react to somebody differently. And it can be the ending of friendships, relationships, the endings. So while that can, yes, that could also mean, you lose your job. It creates a new opening or a new opportunity for you. So you know how it's really weird. And I don't know if this is going to make sense to you, Naomi, but with this card and for you, I just keep feeling it's almost like you've settled, but you're hanging on. You go, I don't really like, and this is an example, I don't really like my job, but, it's a job. And instead of like looking and sort of going, you think, it could be worse somewhere else, or it's almost like the universe is going to go, well, guess what? We're making it happen. You got to make some changes. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean around job. It's about new beginnings, taking an opportunity, almost creating an opportunity as well, like making it happen for you. I hope that makes sense. And you have to let me know as well on the Patreon page if it makes sense to you. So let me go to names. Spin it again. I'm just going to have a drink of water, everyone. Jasmine. Okay, Jasmine, you are the one. Yay, Jasmine. Alrighty. I'm sure somewhere there was a share screen. I don't know where it went. I don't use this enough to remember how to use it, and I do apologize for that. So Jasmine, you've got the Two of Pentacles, but it's reversed. So that's the Two of Pentacles. Reversed is like that. So just make sure, and while the Pentacles are very much like money, as I said before, they're coins, this one is like juggling. So you're juggling, and but for you, I almost feel like it's emotions. The emotions are going up and down. So I'm not quite sure what's going on in your life at the moment, but it's like really up and down, umming and ahhing, and you're not actually making a decision. And it's really interesting. I've never actually noticed this before, okay, in this card, but I'm just going to put it there. So see how he's like juggling. There's one there and there's one up here. Okay, he's juggling. I actually just noticed there's the infinity symbol in that. I've never noticed that before. And it's almost like this perpetual thing. It's just going around. So there's something going around and around and around and around in your head, or you're either not resolving something by trying to ignore it, but it still just keeps cropping up and coming. So it's almost like you've got to face things head on, deal with it. No matter how tough it is, no matter how awkward it could be, you've got to deal with it. And that will stop that up and down process. Okay, so it's almost like, you get stuck on a merry-go-round of emotions. That's what it feels like to me, Jasmine. I hope that makes sense to you. And you know what I'm like. When I finish doing this, I won't remember what cards I pulled for people. I won't remember what I said. But, it's always nice just to know people go, yeah, it made sense, or no, it didn't make sense. I've got to sit on that for a bit longer, da-da-da-da-da. Let's go again. Who have we got? Ooh. This one is Sharon. So what I'm doing is, as somebody's name is picked out, I'm actually removing it from the circle so no one gets double dipping. And I am aware that everybody has the one name. So nobody's shared, like there's not two Kerrys in the list. There's not two Naomis. Okay, so this one is for Sharon. Oh, Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is like this conflict. Wands are enterprise as well. The Cups are emotions. Wands are enterprise. The Pentacles are money, and Swords are very much our mental well-being, I suppose, the way we think about things as opposed to emotion. So with that, I'm just saying hi, Mariana, and hi, Ishika. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So the Five of Wands. So Sharon, there is this turmoil that is around you. Interestingly, I don't feel so much that you are a part of it, but it is around you. So that could be family that are fighting or not getting along, work colleagues that are maybe not getting along, and they, but the main thing I get with all of that is don't allow yourself to get caught up in it. Okay, don't allow, like when people ask for your opinion or, am I doing the right thing or should I do this? Just go, you know what, you've got to make the decision yourself, or look, I'm not a part of this, really step aside. People aren't going to like it when you do that. They're going to want you to really, really, really give something of yourself to this. They want you to take their side. And so I'm just getting, don't take sides whatsoever. Let people work it out for themselves. All righty, let me see. Ishika, I am doing well. Thank you very much for asking. Okay, let me go to my wheel of names again. Do another spin. And we are Mel. Now, just so you know, I think I've got two Mels on this page in my Patreon, my paid Patreon subscribers. But one has the name Melwa, as in that's the name that you use. And so this one is just Mel. So if you're Melwa, this one isn't your reading. Mind you, if it suits you and it's makes sense for you, take it, as I always say. So Mel, let's see what we get for you. Ooh, Four of Wands was reversed. So the Four of Wands is there, reversed. It's that way, there. Four of Wands reversed. That's cancellation. As you can see, this card, when you look at it the right way up, it's like it's a wedding or something, right? Celebration, da-da-da. Something is being cancelled. That could be a party gets cancelled. A wedding could get postponed. Engagement gets postponed. Celebration is postponed. That's the thing that I'm getting. Really, I'm not sure if it almost feels as though you've put a lot of effort into it, though it might not necessarily be your celebration, and you're going to be so pissed off that these people are just sort of like, nah, we're not going to do it now, or whatever. It's like you've done a lot of research for it, or you've done a lot of ground rules for it. You've done a lot of those things, and I just get you're going to be really pissed off about it. I think that's really interesting. Probably not happening right now, but it will be this year. Okay, or it could be holidays even. So if you think of, you might have planned a holiday, or it's a reunion of some kind, and people pull out, and then or they don't really give decent real. I just can't. It's just a bit too hard at the moment, and you've put a lot of effort into it. So just be aware of that, Mel. There's cancellations, and you are not going to be a happy chappy. All righty, let me do at least a couple more. Let's shuffle. Let's go to the wheel of names. Can you hear it spinning? Oh, just Melissa, the whole Melissa. That's probably 3 Mels I've got on there. So this is Melissa. Okay, so your name is actually Melissa on the Patreon page. You are not Mel, and you're not Melwa. You're Melissa. Okay. Ooh, Eight of Swords. Looks a bit drastic, and Eight of Swords. See that? See how she's got her hands behind her back. She's tied up. blindfolded. But if you look, she's not actually like really tightly tied up. It's actually quite sort of loose. It's just like she's bound, but it's not like. So what this card means in the whole technical term is that you are feeling restricted, but you're actually not. It's your mind that thinks that you're restricted. So remember how I said the swords are all about the way we think? So you might think I've got no options or there's nothing I can do, but there is. There's always something you can do. And positive or negative with that, there's always something that you can do. So whether that's walking away from a situation, that's something you can do, or you can stay in a situation, that's something you can do. You might need to take that opportunity to try and believe in yourself. So it's almost like you can't see the forest for the trees, okay? And that's what this card is saying. So, this is when I will always say to people, speak to somebody like a counselor or a therapist or a life coach or a psychologist or whatever, because they can help you see through all the things. Sometimes we can be so emotionally charged or so emotionally caught up in something that we can't see things clearly. So that's what this card is saying. You can't see things clearly at the moment. You could be really feeling frustrated or really down about it, thinking there's no way out. And there's always a decision that we can make. We might not want to make that decision, and it might not be, but that's not what I really want. It's like, well, okay, but sometimes we just got to, that's the step you need to take at this point to make things change. So if you're feeling kind of stuck, or if you get to that point, so if it's not making sense for you right now, just remember this, because it's saying that you will get to that point if you're not feeling that at the moment. It's like something's going to come up and you're going to think, there's no options. There's always an option, always, but sometimes we just can't see them. So like I said, speak to somebody to help you see the options that are available to you, the actual options. Like I said, you might not like them, but it doesn't mean that they're not there. Rhonda! I was going to start singing Help Me Rhonda, and you probably hate that song. It's probably one of those ones people always do to you. So I won't. Okay, I won't do that. I'll just do a little bit more of a shuffle. Oh, the Knight of Wands. Lovely card. So again, remember, Wands are business and enterprise, so it's sort of work, but not necessarily work. And this means that there is good news, because he's the right way out. There is good news coming to you. Now, that could be if you've applied for a grant for a business, you'll get it. If you are thinking about starting up your own business or something, a positive step is going to happen, or something really good is going to happen to help you do that. It could be you've applied for a new job, you're going to get it. I just get a real positive vibe about this. Quite interestingly, as I'm sitting here going, I've got a really positive vibe around this. The other thing I get is that you're going to get it, but you might not necessarily want it. So you know how, I suppose sometimes, we can apply for a job and think, oh, well, I wouldn't get that, but I'll just apply anyway. And then you get it and you're like, oh shit, I'm not sure if I really wanted that. So just be careful what you wish for, I suppose, because it is going to come true. And like I said, I just get a really, really positive vibe about it. This card can also represent a young person. And when I say young, that makes me sound so old. Yeah, but they're probably somebody in their 20s, kind of, give or take, a little bit. I'm leaning more towards male than female. The old deck is always like it's a male, but then there's no female card. So, so I always do it's male or female. I am leaning towards a male coming into your life, but a real positive thing. Really, you're having a good connection with them, but it's positive. It's not romantic. It could be around work. It could be, you work with a young guy and he's just fantastic, and, and that sort of vibe. So, Rhonda, that's what your message is. Okay, I think I might do one more and then I'm going to wrap up. Let's see, who have we got? Our last one. Let me have another drink. Yay! And last but not least is Nick. Okay, so thank you, Nick. Let me just shuffle the cards. A bit more of a drink of my tea. Oh, Wands again. 9 of Wands. Ooh, that way. So the 9 of Wands is you're nearly at the completion of a task. So whether that's a goal that you have achieved, you're almost there. So it's like, don't give up. You are almost there. And when I say almost there, I'm talking like within a month or two of achieving. I'm not saying it's another year. It's you're also feeling incredibly exhausted. And so do be kind to yourself. And I'm also getting that's actually okay to postpone something for a little bit if you need to. If you know, I need to recharge those batteries and to get yourself in that right headspace. Also with this card, what I'm getting for you is that once you have achieved whatever that goal is, there is almost this element of like, I'm not sure I want this anymore. And that's okay. Again, you've put a lot of effort in. And, like sometimes, okay, so let's just say you are at university and you're studying a course and you're 3/4 of the way through it and you're going, yeah, I'm not sure I want to do this anymore. It's almost like complete it. Just get it done. Don't walk away from it now. Do complete it. Then you can reassess. And I think part of that feeling of I'm not sure I want to do this anymore is because you're exhausted. Okay, Nick, so do look after yourself. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids is the other thing I'm getting for you. So you might be getting some headaches and things like that, or it could just be you're a bit dehydrated. Okay, everyone, thank you. I'm sorry this is very short. Love yous and leave yous. I keep saying I've got to try and do this more often, and I do mean that. Life has just been so weirdly busy. Like seriously, I've been down to Sydney to see my granddaughter and help look after her, and I've loved doing that. And I take exercise classes here in the building that I live in, and I don't know, semi-retirement, I seem to be busier than what I was when I was working, but I'm doing more other things, if that makes sense. So everyone, for those of you that are paid subscribers, I hope you have enjoyed this. And for those that got a reading, please let me know if it's okay with you and kind of makes sense, maybe not. Okay, talk to you next time.